Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So let's talk about perfectionism and how much it can really affect your life and your decisions to be able to move forward and to actually go for opportunities that you've been wanting to go for, but you're struggling with procrastination and perfectionism and actually taking the next step and the doing part. You might be someone who forms all these plans in your mind and has these ideas about doing something different in your life, but when it comes to the time for taking any kind of action towards that and actually putting that plan into action, you get stuck and you procrastinate and you feel like you can't get out of that state or do anything about it. Why am I talking about this? Because I have personally dealt with perfectionism for a long time in my life, and the only thing that it did for me was keep me in so-called security, safety, and not being able to experience life, not being able to do new experiences with enjoyment and even learning. Did you know perfectionism can actually stop you from learning as well? Because at the root of perfectionism is a fear of failure. And that will stop you from, actually being able to learn as well. I want to give someone out there some tips if you are struggling with perfectionism and wondering how you can address this and overcome this mindset. Tip number 1, write on a piece of paper all the things that you do want to do in life that you are secretly dreaming about but are too afraid to even go in that direction, or you're just afraid in general. Because what happens when you start to write ideas down on a piece of paper, you start to actually see in your mind a vision of the future, and it's a vision that you want. And it will also give your brain that motivation that it needs to start thinking in that direction ahead to that scary thing or that scary idea. Because without a vision and without writing your plan down, it'll be very difficult for you to even see a way of how you can start to step out of your comfort zone. Tip number 2, start taking small risks. They don't have to be anything big right now. Just start to challenge yourself. Make some new goals for yourself. Do something that you wouldn't normally do. Go take a new class where people have told you or drilled into your mind that you're not good for this, or that's not the way our family does these things. You're a doctor. Why go down the other road of being an artist, for example? So I encourage you to really start to take these small steps in a direction that you would like to go in. Start proving to yourself that you can take risks and you can do and complete a small goal. Tip number 3, learn to be okay with who you are and how you are, exactly as you are. Realize that we are all imperfect, and the only way that we can learn in life is to experience failure and to see that it's not that bad by proving to your mind that it's okay to fail. It might feel uncomfortable, it might feel difficult at first, but you're going to realize that you got over that moment, you got through it. And little by little, this will show your mind, show yourself that actually failing is not really that bad. Tip number 4, start to do some daily affirmations and speaking over your identity to help to change some of the limiting mindset beliefs that you might be struggling with. Probably you are struggling with the wrong beliefs about yourself, ideas that have been drilled into you by your upbringing, from bad experiences as well. Start to decide that you are going to take on a new mindset and a new identity, and remind yourself that you are powerful, that you are worthy of change, that you are deserving of that new job, you are deserving of that new relationship, you are deserving to have the life that you really want. I hope that this has encouraged those of you out there who have been struggling with perfectionism and living in fear about changing or being different. I want you to understand that this is your life and you weren't created to please another person or live up to your parents' expectations. So I encourage you to take that risk, take that next step in the direction that you really want to go in. Realize that it's okay to not be perfect, and you are well capable to move in a different direction, one that you want to go in, not what your parents want you to go in, not what your friends want you to go in, not what society tells you. Go and pursue what it is that you want to do, because you are well able.